St. Clair County RESA presents Dateline Schools, hosted by Terry Harrington.
This week on Dateline Schools, we're at Crull Elementary School in Port Huron as we had the opportunity to talk to Kathy Serazin, first grade teacher here at Crull, who's the January Distinguished Teacher of the Month. And Kathy, in the nomination, one of the key points that they brought out was how you empower your students because you use something called challenge-based learning. Tell us about that.
Well, we're first graders, so we're kind of young for problem-based learning, which is more a real-world problem out in the community. So we've kind of changed. We haven't changed. We've just taken on challenge-based learning. So what we do, and it's just starting this right after Christmas, is we have a thing called challenge-based learning teams, and they're set up in 5 teams of groups of 5. And it all involves starting on Monday, either reading, you make a plan together, you work as a team, everybody has to have a job, and by Friday you had to have found a way to show or present your learning. Most kids make an iMovie. Like we have a news team, and the news team does some sort of news in the building. Like this week they're doing a news story on reading recovery. So they've interviewed the reading recovery teachers, they wrote a script, and then they're going to videotape themselves at the news table telling that news story. There's another team that's a reader's theater, and they have to make a plan in the beginning, practice, read the play over and over, and then we have a maker space, so they come over here and they make their props, and then they usually make an iMovie too. Usually the project's an iMovie, so.
It's kind of like the thing these days, isn't it?
It is, yeah. They love to, kids love to share anything they've learned, so that's a huge motivator.
Well, I mean, how unique is that? I mean, talk about a 21st learning skill that these kids are learning just by doing these little simple projects.
You have no idea how difficult it is for people to work in a team. So they learn, now after Easter, we start a little more individualized problem solving, but right now they're learning to work in a team. And as soon as they sit down on Monday, they start to argue. Nobody wants to do everybody else's idea. So it really helps them learn, I've got to compromise, and we've got to have this team thing done, not an individual thing. So that's what we're learning right now, and that takes about a month of this practice because it's so hard to work in a group.
We'll be back with more tomorrow. For Dateline Schools, I'm Terry Harrington.